Good morning. It's another fine, beautiful, sunny day here in eastern North Carolina, and it is going to be another hot one. I don't watch a lot of the national weather, but I zoomed out on my weather app the other day and I took a look, and it seems like most of the country is in a heat wave. If you're from elsewhere in the country other than eastern North Carolina, please leave a comment below and let me know how you've been coping and dealing with this heat. Today, going to be doing a few things. It's early. I think it's before 8. I think it's like 7:45. Let me take a quick look at my phone here. 7:35. And if you can't tell, we're in the shade. And that's an important thing because that sun is a scorcher. I'm using the fuzzy mic today as opposed to the lapel mic, so if you catch quite a bit of wind noise, I do apologize. I try to clean that up in editing. But I want to take care of two tasks today before the heat gets too extreme. I will probably be out much later tonight around, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock at night. When the sun is going down, it's below the tree line, and things will at that point will be much cooler than what they will be at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when I think it's supposed to hit 95, and I think the heat index is supposed to be like 110 or something. So anyways, let's get on with our two tasks. If you couldn't tell, I'm going to be doing some destruction. So let me show you the first one. So this is the area underneath this pine tree here in the corner of the orchard. There's the street, and last year I cleaned all this out, but as you can see, I got this clump of wax myrtle. Now, I did say I was going to trim that into a bit of a hedge, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to trim that up, and I'll probably do some other trimming around the corner here just to clean it up a bit. If you don't keep this under control, it will return to the undergrowth that it was before very quickly. All this grew in 6 months. In January it was stumps, and now it's this. So I'm going to take the hedge clippers and I'm going to try to make it look a little neater. Okay, so I trimmed this up a little bit. It doesn't really look all that trimmed, but trust me, I did. And I trimmed up some of the branches and stuff in the back. And right about there, whoop, which I thought was dead, is a maple. And I'm going to try something, since I thought it was dead, but it still seems to be alive. I'm going to try to keep it in the small form that you see it in now. I'll come back probably in another month or two and I'll give it another pruning, and I'll just keep doing that, and it might look nice being a small little specimen tree, I guess. No gardening expert. If there's a better name for it, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, the ground is pretty rife with those very thorny vines, incredibly thorny, and my little my gloves aren't thick enough to be grabbing them. So I think what I might do is just come back with some Captain Jack's Deadweed Brew and just saturate the area, and it won't harm the tree because it basically resides on the surface, but it should knock back a lot of the vines and some of the weeds. I also found a lot of weeds within the wax myrtle growing here. I pulled all those out, and for now I'm calling this job done. Let's get to the next task. So now we're on the opposite corner from the corner we were just on. And again, I apologize for the wind noise. The wind suddenly picked up, which is not necessarily a bad thing considering how warm it is. But I started chopping this back, and I have a lot of undergrowth here that I've been working on. And I'm gonna run over a lot of it with the mower. But before I do that, I wanna get a lot of the twigs and whatnot out. And then I think I got to trim back some more of those branches. And what I'm going to do, and I've mentioned this before in other videos, is once that's done, I'm going to put a faux gate back here. And that will be a focal point. So it'll be either two, maybe 10 footers or one big 20 footer. The grand walkway is 20 foot wide. Maybe I'll do something a little smaller, but either way, there'll be a white gate back here. Totally non-functional, just decorative. It'll just look like a gate. But that will turn around and help draw the eye down the grand walkway. Because I think that's how that whole design thing works. You want your eyes drawn to particular places. I'm no gardening expert. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you've probably already figured that out. But at least this is my vision, is you'll be up by the vegetable garden, you'll look down the grand walkway, and you'll see this large white gate. And of course it'll fade over time, and I'm not worried about that. And heck, I may even not paint it for the next 10 plus years, letting the paint fade and age over time. I think that would add to its character or charm. We'll see. You know, there's a lot going on here, and again, I'm building a garden here in 1.5 acres, so I got big dreams. I don't know if any of them will come true, but I'm trying. In the meantime, let me get to cleaning some of this stuff up. We'll see what happens after that. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna run over a lot of that with the mower now, see how much more I can knock down. This is not gonna be a finished project today, but it's a big step in, again, completing this project. It's, what time is it now? Whew. 8:30, and it's getting quite toasty. The wind seems to have died down. I got bit by a nasty thorn. So I'm gonna see what I can do over here. I'm going to start with the mower deck on the highest level, run over it and just keep lowering it. And then, yeah, we'll wrap this video up. Alright, the camera crapped out at some point, so I have no idea where I left off, but hopefully you saw me doing some mowing. What I did was I set the deck to the highest level, which I believe is like 4.5 inches. I ran over it and I just incrementally lowered it so that I wouldn't catch anything too bad or jam up the mower itself. But now I've cleaned a lot of that out. Looking at it now, I'm probably still going to do some trimming up. I am going to allow these branches that are growing over to grow over because I think that's a cool look. I mean, there's a big pine tree branch back there. I don't know if you can see that in the shot. There's the Wax Myrtle. I will continue to allow them to grow up and over the walkway here. But right down there, right about there, is where the gate is going to be. Let me show you. Hold on, relax. While I was down there, I found this guy, little box turtle. He was probably hiding in some of that underbrush and undergrowth, and I was careful when I was mowing not to turn around and hurt any of these guys, because I did find one other growing in the undergrowth. This guy, I don't know where he was, but no damage to him, so he must have just avoided the mower in all aspects and regards, which is great. So I'm just going to put him back in the undergrowth. Ow, don't scratch me, don't scratch me. Okay, he's back in the undergrowth. He'll find his way from there. The other one I found was bigger. So that guy's probably like a little baby. But so as I was saying, that's where the gate's going to be. Get distracted by the littlest things. That's one of the things I love about living out here in eastern North Carolina. It's pretty rural, and there's all sorts of wildlife: foxes, deer, box turtles, birds of all sorts and shapes and sizes. The occasional bear, which I have yet to see one, but some of the neighbors have. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click that bell icon to be notified when I do post a new video, because I will show you the building of the gate. I will show you the installing of the gate. I have the 2 posts that it's going to be installed on. What else? Hopefully I get that done before July, before the heat really takes off. So we're having a sort of an unusual heat wave right now, I think. Again, I'm new to the area, but last year I don't recall it being this hot in June. July, of course, and August are, yeah, really hot. And if you go back to watching my videos there, you'll see, yeah, I think there was a couple of videos there where I was up at 5 in the morning to beat the sun to get some work done. So I'll probably do the same thing again this year. Working in the sun in the brutal conditions, really not advisable, and you should be drinking lots of fluids. Please check out the links below. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below as well. I'm always open to all sorts of ideas, thoughts, opinions, etc. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.